Southern Woods and Waters TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X-Out Odor Products, and Hunter Up.
Good Thursday night, everyone. I'm Hugh McNaughton.
And I'm Brandon Dowdy.
And we are
Southern Woods and Waters.
We love coming into your living rooms, kitchens, wherever
you're at, your office,
man cave, garage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Hey, we got some breaking news tonight.
What we got?
I know you've been waiting to hear this.
Yeah. What kind of breaking news do we have?
Punxsutawney Phil just shot himself today. Hey, no joke. Punxsutawney Phil committed suicide today because he just couldn't get the Tennessee weather right. Man, it was snow.
Man, it's
snow for God's sake.
Yeah, snowing one day, and 28 degrees the next morning, and 65 degrees the next afternoon.
Somebody asked me today, said, or the other day, said, what do you think? Terry Barrett did. He said, what do you think the number one causes of thunderstorms and stuff? I said, weekends.
So, yeah, every Saturday it seems
every
like.
Every Saturday it's been terrible. But hey, this weekend is opening weekend of youth.
It's a juvenile youth turkey hunt, and I know there's a lot of people that are fired up and ready to go, and we've talked to a lot of them.
Yes, we have.
And you know, I think it's going to be a good weekend for them. I really do. So
it's going to be an awesome weekend. Hopefully, I'm going to be just like Randall Haley. A lot of people follow Randall, and he made a very good comment, and I got to agree with him because that's exactly what I do. You know, turkeys don't like to get wet, and if it's raining, just set it out, because as soon as it quits raining, they're going to be trying to dry out.
They'll be out there in that open, getting that sun.
And normally what they do is they'll get to a field where the wind can actually catch them. They're going to get out of the woods now. They don't like all that residual rain falling down on them, so they'll get out in the field, and they spread their wings, and they try to dry out. That's a great time to locate them.
It is.
And plan your attack to how you can get there. Now, they might not be responsive to a call. I have not known them to be that responsive.
No, but I do think, in my opinion, what I like about it is that you can move around so quietly.
Yes.
After that rain, and the same way goes for wind, which we had a caller last week that kind of mentioned that. But on a really windy day, rather than try to set back or call or whatever, a lot of times if I've got several fields I can check, that's a great time to move around.
Great time to go move around, that's right.
And because they can't hear you, you know, you can't hear them as well if they can't hear you.
And I tell you what, it's also, I think it's one of the better times to take a kid, because they don't have to be so quiet or so still during the rain. So just cover up, just have ways of covering up, keep yourself dry, and enjoy yourself. And you know, there's nothing like, you know, just you and your son or daughter, and they're young, and you huddled up and you covered each other and you're talking and back and forth and just sharing good memories. But that is coming up this Saturday. Following Saturday is
we'll get after them
for the big boys and the big girls.
That's
we
right.
get to go play.
We do.
For real.
I'm hoping we get a couple lined up, but I think we've got some good prospects, so we'll see what happens.
We're going to shoot something in the face.
We're gonna give them a good run anyway. I guarantee you. We're gonna give them all we got. But yeah, we've started to see some more birds. I've got pictures of several birds moving around and seen some off the roads driving around. Not as much as I would like, but I think it's coming around.
Well, Brandon, we're going to talk turkey tonight mainly, and we're going to talk a little bit of fishing. We recently went fishing and
had a good time.
Had a good time. We got to give a big shout out to Mark Travis and Dayton Blair for putting up with us.
They did, and they put us on the crappie
They put us on the crappie, and of course, all the all the different. Y'all don't realize this, but just fishing's fishing, and it's fun. But we have to get camera angles and all of that.
We were out there just spinning around in circles in that wind, trying to film them boys. But we had a good time doing it.
I rode with Andy Coker.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You made it though. You made it back safely. You made it back safely.
Yeah, but Andy was up there. I had to bleep the thing a few times.
Yeah, that wind was frustrating. But we had, we had Todd and Todd Cone and Rhett with us from Patriot Demolition, and took them boys out, and they took home a cooler full of slabs.
Yes, they did.
We had a real good time. I'm looking forward to getting that footage out where we can share it with everybody.
So we're going to show that here in about 3 weeks. That footage there, and we'll get Mark Travis and Todd, Rhett, and maybe Dayton get in here with us, and we'll talk about it a little bit. But
yeah,
the fishing is coming on. It's starting to. The rains have, I think, moved the warming up the water, and it's caused the fish to go a little shallower. We were catching these fish deep water.
Yeah,
let's say deep.
We were in deep water.
We were in 48
but we were
foot
catching the fish at 12 to 16 feet.
12,
most
12
of them.
14 feet.
And that's where most of them were all day. There was a few in that 9-foot range earlier in the day. But as the day got later, basically 12 to 16 foot on just about every fish.
So that tells you right there that the warmer water is moving in. They are going to it, but they can still be in very, very deep water.
Yeah.
48 foot it's going to be a while before you touch bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty deep out there.
And the great thing about going with guides, and I'm going to be honest with you, Mark Travis made a couple of statements that I thought was really key.
Mm-hmm.
He put Todd and Rhett over the trunk of the tree. He knew exactly where the trunk of the tree was. But he told Andy and I to fish the limb. There was a huge limb that came off that, and we wound up catching 2 nice crappie off of it.
I mean, he knew exactly how.
He knew exactly where it was.
He knew where every limb reached out, and the depth that they were sitting at. I mean, but that's what you get when you get a good guide that's out there just about every day, and he knows what's going on.
That's exactly right.
So I recommend calling him anytime. If you want to get out there.
That's right.
You
can learn a lake quick if you'll just use a guide.
Yeah.
And they're out there. Of course, they're making money they got bills to pay too, just like all of us.
Yeah.
But, hey, Dayton Blair was throwing a whopper plopper though.
He was. I was dodging it all day long back here in the back of that boat trying to run the camera. No, he couldn't. He was brought in to run the trolling motor on the camera boat.
Right.
And I told him he wasn't allowed to fish, and that lasted about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't last long. Yeah, you don't know Dayton and water.
Yeah,
but we got that going on. We're going to talk a little bit of turkey. The main thing is I want to find out, have you heard anything from TWRA about the turkey population?
No, I haven't heard anything else about it yet. But
well, we're going to talk about it here in just a minute. We're going to do
We're going to go over and do this week's weekly wild game forecast, being brought to you by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. And I tell you what, if you want to go see the Easter Bunny, they've got him. He's traveling around, been going to different ones. You can go to their website and get a schedule from them as far as where he'll be, but I can tell you that tomorrow he'll be in Murfreesboro, and Saturday he'll be in Hartsville. So go down to your local branch and tell them thank you for all that they do for your family and for all those around us.
That's right.
I know we've kind of already hit on it a little bit. We've been talking game this whole segment, but again with the turkeys, I'm starting to see. We actually had a guy that sent us some pictures the other day, some breeding going on. They're starting to split up a little more. I've heard a little bit of gobbling. Like I say, I wouldn't consider it as good as it has been the past couple of years just yet. But this weather's probably got a lot to do with that too.
Yeah, weather's got a lot to do with it.
But it's going to be right this weekend. I believe it'll be real good.
Fishing wise, still the crappie are still active. We caught some nice ones.
We did.
We caught
some good fish
the other day, and bass fishing, of course. Bass fishing is turning on. you're seeing a lot more bags of 5 fish in the 20-pound range and the 20-plus pound range. So a lot of tournaments going on right now. So get out there. It's time. It's time. Even though it may be raining, the wind may be blowing, find you a bank that's not too bad for you, one that you can handle. But get out there, because you can definitely not catch them if you're on the couch.
And the fish are wet anyway.
They're wet anyway. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Teaser Facebook.
Yeah, that's right. We just want to remind everybody, come over and follow us on Facebook and keep up with us there. We'd love to see you there. You can send us your pictures and your stories. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.